I'm here. I've just got to hold on one second. Magoo. Oh, yes. Hey, everybody. Come on in. What's happening? What's going on? And here we are. And the show's starting. Hey, it's Friday morning. It's Hal Sparks Mornings Mega Worldwide. Thank you for joining me. I think that shows taste and breeding on your part. I just want to start the show by saying you're forgiven. For any of you that doubted me, that not just the part where Trump will get indicted and all that kind of stuff, and we'll see about time served or whether he gets an ankle bracelet and pulls the old man thing. That's immaterial. But the indictment thing, especially the fact that the documents thing is not only stacking up higher than the other problems he has, that the Stormy Daniels case happening first kind of set a precursor to a bunch of people to start like moving towards the exits, and then the classified document stuff was the thing that put them over the edge. It's good times. Anyways, these are the good times. Anyway, gang, you are forgiven for asking this entire time for this to all happen quickly. Because I have to say, the slow dribble of this stuff over time leading up to this part, and and the fact that like the amount of tooth grinding this dickhead is going to have to go through over the next few months. Trump's lawyers have just resigned. Which ones? All of them? Did they all leave? Ugh. So I like. Let's see. It's not so much Trump. It's all his enablers and fluffers. I'm looking forward to seeing justice. Well, that's the thing. Okay, let's go to the chat room. Hi, chat room. Good morning. Welcome. Hi. Glad you could be here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. Patreon.com/HalSparks. Help the show out. Help us exist. Without you, we don't. We're never going to get to that 1,000 Patreon mark without your help. So it's a regular thing, and you can do it on the yearly or whatever. And you can also just contribute using that's a Cash App thing right there. You do the Cash App challenge. Send me a cup of coffee. Going, you made me feel better, Hal. What's the price on that? How I made you feel? Didn't I? And by the way, weighing that against the times that I piss you off, I think I'm way in the green. So, anyways. Oh, God. So does he get a mugshot this time? Well, probably not. Although, interestingly enough, mugshots are kind of... when do you think we're going to get our first, like, 3D scan mugshot? Because this has been the classic. We started out with... They did a drawing of you and put it on a wanted poster. And then enough guys went, that ain't me. That guy's got a mustache. And they're like, fuck, what's that new fangled picture thing we've heard so much about? And then they would do a picture, which, because it took you a half hour and you had to get them to sit still, the picture would just be, a straight on shot, and nobody knew what the fucker looked like from the side. So as long as you kept walking, they never saw you, right? They were like, I think that guy has a mustache. And so at some point, obviously, they switched from give me this one, and this one, and then they started taking pictures of your tattoos. They started categorizing your tattoos because some people personalize themselves even further than their own looks. I may look like my Uncle Fred, but does he have a giant leprechaun sitting on a toilet saying, shit me if you're Irish, that he got while he was hammered at Oktoberfest? No. So it's important to tell the difference between the two. If you look at an old picture of me before I got the shit me I'm Irish leprechaun on a toilet tattoo. Yeah. Anyways, so they obviously moved to the 3 angles. We are getting very close, and there is an app. I forget what I have it on my phone because I've been playing with it lately because it's just now getting to the point where it's becoming useful. That 3D scans objects, because I'm nerdy like that. And where is it? Because I have a couple of them. It's not Room Scan. That's the one that scans the room. I have so many fucking apps. It's embarrassing. Polycam. I think that's the one. Anyways, it's an app where you can just walk around something and film it. You can do it to your cat if your cat is sleeping. People do that all the time. And then you go, around, and then you can isolate them, and then you can puppet them if you articulate the arms and all that kind of stuff. Will Hillary Clinton visit Trump in prison? Yes, like Clarice Starling. You're not real FBI. So isn't that the one who calls him the man? Yeah. So, anyways, Judge Cannon is getting the arraignment, not necessarily the case. She will probably have to recuse herself from the case. The arraignment part, where she decides bail or something, that will be. I mean, that's kind of self-evident. She can't do much damage there. Well, yeah, I think she will. I think she'll have to, and I think there'll be a motion from the prosecutors to have her step aside. And they're, and it's not specific to the district closest to his house as far as the trial goes. So, Trump can be can Trump be forced to retire forever? That's a good question too. Retire forever from what? Being an ex game show host, social media, microblogging gadfly who whines about everything? No, because that's not a job that you retire from. That's a hobby you have till the end. So, yeah, there's so much to cover. So much to cover. Oh boy, oh Shevitz. So let's go. Hold on, let's get out of here. Where he's winding in the thing. Okay, so by the way, Michael J. Fox has been near the top of the trend this morning, and God love him, just in general. It's his birthday, and um, apparently in this scene, they softened the stunt when he grabs his shirt and does the whole thing. That other shot was shot later, but the first part, because Eric Stoltz had been too physical and actually hit, like really shoved Biff, and he banged his shoulder. Anyways, and so they had to go easy on him for that first part. So that part where he's like, "Ha!" You can watch Michael J. Fox trying not to hurt his shoulder when he grabs his jacket. It's really that should tell you enough about the dude. He's a sweetheart. Also, I have to I gotta say, Secret of My Success is one of my go-to feel-good movies. There's a lot of Michael J. Fox's repertoire that you can watch and feel like, oh, I feel better after that. And that's a great thing to have as part of your career. But interestingly enough, Secret of My Success, and maybe it's because I left Kentucky at 14 and went to Chicago, and left Chicago at 18 and went to LA, that I'm used to the sort of little fish in a big pond moving to the big city storyline in my own life, that it had a direct reflection, if not because it was in the area of finance, I have no relation to it. But the shitty apartment with the people next door and the rats and taking an iron, all that stuff, yeah, that definitely resonated. So, yeah. Good dude. Doc Hollywood, sweet film, agreed. So, anyways, happy birthday, Michael J. Fox. The one thing I can say, I've never met Michael, but having worked with Leah Thompson and been around her and met some of the other cast members that he's worked with over the years, the resounding opinion is that he's a lovely human being, and that's fantastic. That the vast majority of people that everyone I've ever met, for the record, I've not it almost makes it sound like there is another story out there, but there just isn't. He's just a lovely dude. Todd Marinovich is trending. Good for Todd. Because of sports stuff, sportsy things. Cool. We love sports ball around here. Top Secret, of course, is trending because it's Val Kilmer's second best film after Real Genius. Let's see. Yeah, so again, there are a lot of people who are coming to Trump's defense. Okay, wait. It's 34 felony count. That's the earlier one. Okay. That's from his other from the New York case. Yeah, I'm amazed that some of the people that are rushing to his defense. Geraldo Rivera is once again urging President Biden to pardon Donald Trump in exchange for former President Trump dropping out of the race to the White House. Biden should pardon him for any and all federal allegations. No. Okay. First of all, no. Secondly, that would just further the conspiracy theory that this isn't about him actually stealing top secret documents. This would further the thought that, oh, you just did this to get rid of him. So I'll do these trumped up charges, and then I'll offer to pardon you if you drop out. I'll give you a pardon if you drop out and leave me alone. Like, no. Fuck that dude. Get out of here. How stupid. See, I'd like to remind everybody there's been Republicans that have testified against Donald Trump. It's been Trump appointees, judges that rule. Well, yeah, the bar stuff is kind of amazing. We'll get to that in a moment. The good liars coming out. Let's see. When you got a former president named Trump, it's okay to have a legal home email server. It's unsecured and susceptible. Okay, this is the. And by the way, this is that statement from Comey that he was hoping to recreate. Rep Claudia, whoever. Joe is asking, where's the money? Well, maybe you should look in the trunk of the Corvette right alongside the top secret documents you kept. Aljo was fighting to hold the bride guy. Yeah, that's what he is. That's what he's doing. Yeah, he's got $5 million in the trunk of his car. Mm-hmm. Brilliant. You know what's interesting? I don't know why you guys don't have control of the entire government with thinking like that. Legal problems, dramatic turn for the worse. Sydney's going to be talking about him tonight. The ex-president has been charged in crimes against the American people. Sorry, I'm just fucking with them. I just love that, like, so since Rupert Murdoch has decided fuck Donald Trump after all the trouble he's been through carrying this dude's balls, and then he attacks Fox and all this kind of stuff, is like, look, we dare to report the news semi-normally a couple of times, and now you're up our ass sending your idiots to give us death threats. Piss off. But in the UK and in the United States, Murdoch's papers aren't turning on Trump. They're just simply reporting on him now. But the UK, the Australian ones are still kind of covering for him a little bit.